What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. In the last video, I practiced 5 games of high-level 2v2 for the upcoming tournament. Today, I'm gonna play some try-hard 1v1. Now, don't get me wrong, try-hard doesn't mean I'm gonna be playing standard. In fact, I have a couple new inventions I want to show with you guys, but today I want to play some really high-level 1v1 so I can be mechanically in shape for the tournament. And obviously, I'm going to take my time to talk about the tournament a little bit. In case you guys are getting tired of me talking about it, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. But anyway, my biggest event ever is coming up. Thanks to your guys' support, and yes, I'm talking about you beautiful specimen. We have reached our maximum prize pool already of $15,000. In fact, cool thing here, guys, is Matcherino gave us 200 coupon codes, so you guys could add money into the prize pool for free. They normally don't run out of these, but we ran out of them in one day, so they refilled them for us. So they sponsored an extra batch of codes just because you guys have been so awesome. If you guys want to support the event a little more, check out the Matcherino in the description. Once again, if I forget to post it there, please let me know in the comments, because I might forget it. And besides that, yeah, upcoming Friday is when it's all going to begin. Live on Twitch, uploads on YouTube are probably going to start on Saturday. If I manage to, get those videos out in time in between, I'll really try my best for you guys, because I know, even though a lot of you are going to join me live on Twitch, some of you are not going to want to watch on Twitch, or just don't have the time, don't want to, whatever, doesn't matter. So I'll try to get them out on YouTube as fast as possible. For now, let's play some banger 1v1 games. Okay, the first game is actually going to be a TVT. Now, this is interesting because I have not played this matchup in forever, I feel like. I mean, most of the time when I ladder, I just play against Protoss with a couple of TVZs here and there, sometimes a TVT. Now, this is going to be fun because, like I mentioned in the intro, I have made a couple new inventions. Okay, just one thing, you guys probably know this already, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway. One thing I don't like about 1v1 that much, high-level 1v1, is that the meta feels very figured out, and for a lot of people, it can feel like you're kind of forced to play a certain way. That is not my jam whatsoever. So the times that I enjoy 1v1 the most, and also when I perform the best as a result of that, right? If I enjoy it, I'm gonna, just play better. I feel like that goes for most people. For me, I feel it very strongly. If I'm not feeling the thing I'm doing, I'm just not gonna be performing that well. So the time I enjoy the most is when I'm really into a new strategy that I really want to try and figure out. And right now what I've been doing is, I was actually talking with Moja, a pretty high-level Grandmaster Terran player, and he was talking about an opener that I did a long time ago. Now, I don't even think he realized that I did that opening already, but he reminded me of it, and he gave me some fresh ideas for it. So basically, is I delay the gas by 2 SCVs, and this makes the build drastically different. So first of all, you can expand before the orbital. This is especially a massive deal against Protoss, by the way. I'll explain in a sec. And then instead of getting the orbital, you just get another SCV. And then the gas timings are still going to work out really, really well. Like, you might think I'm heading towards a supply block, but I'm still going to make the orbital after this, right? The command center is going to finish way faster. Why that's a big deal? Actually, in TVT too, I didn't even think about it until now. Is because it's not gonna get denied by stuff like, for example, a pro blocking it, an adept being chronoed, or in this case, even a reaper going across. Then you can get the second gas extra fast before the factory. And the build works out perfectly, but it feels like you just have a little more eco. And then from that, I have discovered a couple new mind games that are really, really cool. So for example, what I like to do against Protoss is, I'm doing the same here, by the way, is I go for a Marine first and then a Reaper. Just as a warning, this is high-level stuff. If we do this in Gold League, they might not fall for mind games and things like that, so do that at your own risk. But what happens at the high-level TVP is they scout you went for a Marine first, and then they just freely chrono their units and send them across, don't make a battery. But then you still made a Reaper after the Marine, and you enter their base when they don't have anything ready for it, and you can kill a couple probes. I did this build against Showtime the other day in a tournament. Showtime is considered to be the second best Protoss player in Europe after Max Packs. I honestly think it's pretty close. Like, I think Showtime is in really good shape. But I absolutely own them with this build. The follow-up feels extremely nice. It just adds another layer of confusion, which I really like. So, yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with this a little more, even doing it in every single matchup. Yesterday, I tried it against Zerg as well. Worked very well. Now, in TVT, this is a little scarier. Just because you really want to scout and see what they're doing, but your Reaper is a little later. So you don't really want to go out on the map early. Now I'm going to do it probably like a minute late or so, which is not that bad. Like ideally, I would have just made a tech lab already, but I wanted to make one car first. Let's see, there's nothing up here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this looks like a double gas, right? Oh my god, that grenade was so good. Yeah, our eco is actually so much better than his. It's not even funny. Like, it's legit. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it's not even close. I think I have 7 more SCVs or something ridiculous. Or maybe that's a bit much. Maybe like 5 or so. And our eco really is going to be pretty similar. Now I'm going to follow this up in true uThermal fashion, and that means I'm going to be going for speed banshees. Speed first as well. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's hard to tell as a spectator. This is not even necessarily based on the skill level or whatever. It's just really hard to tell as a spectator. But when you're playing, you feel a build. You feel how well it's flowing, how much money you have. Here, I feel like I can afford everything and still go for a 3rd CC. Like, I'm making Banshee speed, Cyclone. I had a decent amount of Marines, and I have a 3rd CC already. Normally, it's pretty hard to afford all of those things, so this build might also be an awesome thing for TVT. I'm gonna park my Banshee over here. Well, where do I want to park the Banshee? I think I'll just put it over here. If he drops me, I do need that Banshee to survive the drop, I think, so that's gonna be okay. Then I'm gonna click a couple Marines over here. You go there. Okay, looks like we're gonna be playing in some kind of push. How do I want to handle this? I think I want to stand in front of my base. Did he have a Cyclone? I don't think he did. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think he did. Okay, send 1 Marine over here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty nice initial fight. Yeah, he sieged over there. Okay, so he has Vikings already. I'm going to go for this response. I'm going to go for the extra starports. I like how he sieged very prematurely. I think I can snipe that. Exactly, there you go. Now I got 2 Banshees on the way. Those are going to go across the map, and he's not going to be having a good time dealing with them. Let's see. It's going to be... The Cyclone here is so good. Look at this. Oh my god, I maybe could have killed that if I was brave enough. Would have been a pretty psychotic move, but you never know. I'm actually going to move these Marines out. Yeah, I think I like this. Okay, this is going to be good. Or well, I don't know if it's going to be good. It's going to be a very scary defense, but I like the idea of having these Marines out here. So what he's doing is basically going for... yeah, I don't want to call it 100% all-in, but it's 100% all-in. Like, if he doesn't kill me, he loses the game instantly. Now, these Banshees are going to make sure that he's even more all-in than he already was. Make sure to keep these Marines out here. He's not really going to have... I mean, you could tell he didn't really have SCVs on that base. Doesn't have a Raven, by the way. So the moment Cloak finishes, that's going to be a pretty big moment for me. Let's see. My supply is way higher, I'm sure of that, but his army is pretty freaking terrifying, not gonna lie. Let's make sure to get the depots up there. I did lose my Cyclone, I think. I don't think I necessarily have to save these SCVs, honestly. I mean, I could save them, but what is that really gonna do? I don't know. Okay, so he's making more stuff from that. Keep in mind, he's probably gonna... Yeah, okay, he's gonna have a lot of scans. That's a little problematic here. That's not what I wanted to do. He's gonna have a lot of scans, so I don't know if the Banshees with Cloak are gonna have too much value. I do have a couple Cyclones over there. Obviously, these Banshees do have speed. It's gonna make it easier for me to maneuver around his army. Let's see. Okay, it's fine. Wait, is that a hidden double factory he has? Oh, dude, I thought I saw my guys take damage, but it kind of took a little while to set in. Okay, that was kind of painful over there. Okay, so I got my 2 Cyclones. I have 5 Vikings, I want to say, against 7. A pretty nice lock-on over here, actually. There we go, a little bit of damage. Now I have Cloak on these guys as well. Let's see, I have to be super careful. Any lock-on I can get is super nice, by the way. I'm gonna try save that. He moved away with his Vikings, so I'm gonna be able to do this. Maybe he's gonna scan instantly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think I can necessarily do much here with these Banshees, to be honest. Like, keep in mind, if he doesn't have a Liberator, he can't actually attack in the tanks. I'm gonna do something really silly. I mean, if his Vikings are not near, I can just do this. Yeah, he's gonna scan now, right? Yeah, he was looking, you see? I saw that scan coming like years in advance. Okay, and these Marines are just... I should probably have parked these Marines in between a while ago already. That would have been smart. So I have a couple starports left. It's a very interesting game here, that is for sure. Okay, we're gonna kill that. He scanned. I think... Oh, okay. I thought I killed the only tank that was in range, but sadly there was another one in range. Oh, he misclicked his Marines over here. Marines are not that good against Banshees. So I'm going to be able to pick a lot of these off. He's going to try and scan. Kind of wish I had another Banshee at the front there. Let's see. I have 10 Vikings. I think it's actually... Yeah, I have enough Vikings right now. Look at this. Okay. I think... Yeah, my Cyclone is still safe. Let me try to lift this CC right at the end. There we go. Keep in mind, I still have that Banshee, guys. I do still have that Banshee, but it's going to be pretty scary to use for sure. Let's see. Okay, I mean, this Banshee can theoretically kill everything. That's a thing. Okay, I'm just gonna fall back. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure... Oh, let me shoot that tank over there. I'm just gonna fall back with my SUVs for now. Let's see, he's not really gonna be able to pick this off with those units, I think. Let's see, he can't... Yeah, he can't put the Viking into the air anymore. There we go. He can try. I mean, it's not gonna work for him, but he can try. He's gonna try to siege forward. I still have a lot of workers left. And there we go. 23 SCVs against 1. Definitely can confirm that the Banshees on the counterattack were meaningful, right? If he had enough SCVs behind this, obviously we would have lost. But wow, this was such a freaking cool warm-up game. I'm not gonna lie, my strategy was probably not the best strategy against his, because I don't think I really made a lot of mistakes. I could have made more tanks early, to be fair. Maybe I could have made turrets, something like that, but it's so hard going up against that many tanks. Like, he really wanted to go for the all-in. But this is the exact kind of game we need to be good in. These are the kind of games that can decide a tournament, because you can easily lose them. If you clutch them, you win them, you feel good, you're confident, your opponent's in a worse mood. So this was the perfect warm-up game. I had to be on top with the mechanics and the micro. Very happy with this one. Let's keep it going. All right, game number 2 is against Zhugliang, a Zerg player who is actually qualified for the 2v2 tournament as well. Now, this matchup I've been having a lot of fun in, mostly because my baboon builds have had most success in this matchup, so that's obviously a good criteria for me to have a good time. Now we're going to continue with that builder that I just did. I'm going to do a different follow-up, of course, because you don't want to play Cyclone Banshee. Well, you can play Cyclone Banshee against Zerg, but not in that way. TVT is it's a very special matchup. TVT, it's you don't even really make Marines. Like, you make all the tech units first, and then you make Marines if you're playing Bio. It's pretty weird. It's completely different from the other matchups. So, let's see. 18 gas against Zerg. Oh, guys. I had a yeah, okay. You guys are gonna love this. I hope. I had a really cool game on the ladder yesterday when I did the 18 gas build, and what I used my extra money for was to take a hidden base, like, instantly, and I made 4 command centers before going for a second gas. I got Roach all-in, and the build was good enough to defend it, which is... I mean, an early Roach all-in would definitely kill me, right? But it was like a Roach all-in that is more commonly used in pro games, so... either 1/1 upgrades or +1 armor is what they usually do these days. And I was actually able to defend it and win that game later, which I thought was freaking insane. Like, that game was actually truly epic, and I mean, if I can recreate a little bit of that magic, I think you guys are going to be very happy with me today. Now, I could do 2 things here. I could go for the Reaper like I did last game, or I could go for the Reactor. I'm actually pretty tempted to go for the Reactor, because, like, the late Reaper is not going to be as effective against Zerg, I think. Like, Zerg basically has default Reaper defense with Queens. So if your Reaper is late, the Queen is finished. And obviously it can be out of position, but even then... You know, they should never really lose a drone. They could turn it into a spore if they really have to, stuff like that. I saw a couple Lings escape. Ooh, that is a very late hatchery, my friend. I don't think the hidden 4th base is going to be a good idea here, because that is a... Ooh, okay, this is... alert. We have to pay attention here. I think I'm being exceptionally greedy here, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is not something I should be able to do. When does speed finish with these kind of builds? I don't even know. I just know it's really fast. I'm making a bunker here because he was researching speed. And normally if you go for pull first, you're not going to be researching speed. Actually, I can do something a little cute here. I could... Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll make like a little bit of an extra wall off. Now, I still want to go for the fast 3rd because I just think it's a good idea. This bunker is also going to be very surprising to him because Terrans don't really do stuff like this. He can only break this if he's going to go for a Baning all-in. What I'm going to do here, guys, If he doesn't show up in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to make another bunker behind it, because then he might be bailing busting it. Let's see. Okay, he sees this. He's going to try to walk up, and he's going to lose every single link for it, I think. Yeah. Losing 4 links, would you do that? I don't think so. I'm actually going to cancel those Marines too. And I'm going to go for the fast third anyway. Keep in mind, I still don't have a freaking second gas here. Here we go. Third command center. I legit think that... This is a hot take, by the way. I legit think that 4CC might be a regularly playable opening against Zerg. But you do have to find a way to hide it. So you need to know where their overlords are. In this case, probably too late to still go for it. Maybe my hands will still make me do it, but I don't think so. He could be going for roaches right now as well, so I'm definitely going to go for a Banshee. Like, you can do a lot of things as Terran. Okay, there are some builds you're not going to be able to defend, but most builds you can, so it's a little bit of metagaming. For example, what I was thinking of is if he's going to go for a roach all in right now without lair, I'm going to make one Banshee without cloak, which you only need 100 gas for. And if he's going to go for a slow roach all in, the Banshee is actually going to pop the frick off. If he's going to go for a lair and drop queens with it, then that's obviously a different story. Now, he did go for link speed, so would he still go for roaches after doing that so early? Maybe. Oh, I thought that was going to kill the creep tumor with splash. It's a little unfortunate. Okay, so we'll kill this one. There we go. 4 Hellings is going to be enough. Now, I'm going to go for a double invention here. Or actually, this one is not so new because I would play this 10 years ago. But I used to like to play bio without any tech units. So like literally mass Marine Marauder kind of thing. Mass Marine Marauder medevac, no mines, no tanks. Instead, I would just expand more. And I tried it yesterday and it was still pretty nuts. So I think that's what we're going to go for here. I have a cloakless Banshee. I guess I'll just park that over there for now. Get those gases. Take my third base. I have to say, I'm actually quite happy with my... Ooh! Okay, there we go. So it is going to be roaches. I'm quite happy with my mechanical skills, I wanted to say. Like, I'm really... could be a lot worse, really. Could definitely be a lot worse. Okay, so it's going to make Ravagers. I don't think I can kill those in time with one Banshee, to be honest. So I probably shouldn't have done this counterattack, I think. I mean, he's making it a little nicer for me. This is why Banshees are so good, by the way. If you're more of Ravagers, you just give me a very expensive Banshee target, pretty much. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so that's gonna die pretty fast. He's probably gonna try to bile down that bunker, if I had to guess. Okay, yeah, he used the biles already, so now I can siege in peace. That's a very important thing here. Like, now he doesn't have enough Ravagers to bile down my tank anymore. And I think this is going to be a very, very, very comfortable defense here. Okay, just as I'm praising my mechanical skills, I lose a... Ooh, those Hellions! Oh my god. I lose my third base to a couple of Zerglings. For some reason, I was sure he was just gonna attack my freaking front. We're still fine, by the way. Don't want to confuse you guys by me being surprised at losing my third. I think we're still pretty solidly winning this game because this defense was pretty crushing. That was obviously a pretty big mistake, though. Oh, wait, we do have a cool timing attack here. And yeah, imagine this without that one cloakless Banshee, by the way. We're dead. Like, I'm not kidding. With no Banshee, we lose this game instantly, so that's very good. Now, this is a good moment for me to practice my... How would I call this? This is a tip I want to give to all of you guys. It's so important. If you play anything competitive, you need to just forgive yourself for mistakes as soon as you can, right? Because it's so easy to get, like, super tilted at me losing my third base. Because it's a bad mistake. Like, it's an unnecessary mistake. It's not like there were air units and I needed to be clutch to save it. No, I just had to pay attention and lift the thing. But in this game, in tournaments, there's just no point at being angry with yourself in those moments. Because what happens when you're angry is you play 3 times worse. And you're going to get opportunities to win the game anyway, in my experience. Very likely you are. Sometimes you think, oh, it's hopeless, I lost my third, it's all over. But most of the time, you're just going to get an opportunity to win, and then you're going to miss it because you're angry. So here, I'm just going to forgive myself for that mistake immediately and move on. And if we end up losing the game, so freaking beat. That guy is that's so much gas mined. He has 900 gas mined. I guess he did make like 7 Ravagers, so that makes sense. But still, it feels like a lot. Okay, what I'm thinking here is I could go for an SCV pool. I know it sounds crazy. Let's see, I haven't seen his... I want to see his unit count. He's hiding it from me quite well. Let's see, there's a couple links over here with no upgrades on them. Okay, here's the thing. If he is... Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it. I was gonna... If he's making Bailings, and this is a terrible idea. If he's not making Bailings, this is a great idea. I could also macro out of it, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is gonna... I think I'm gonna kill him viciously. Okay, that's a 100 gas Ravager, by the way. Another with a 1 HP Banshee we killed it. That's so funny. I think I don't even need to siege my tanks when I play like this. I'm kind of in a hurry, right? Now, why I think this SCV pool is good is my opponent is not going for Banelings and I have 1-1. I don't think he's going to have 1-1 yet. Oh, that is a painful Infestor to finish, though. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple Infestors, too. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for a couple Splitties over here. The tanks are sieged, and we're just going to go in. I know where the Infestors are, so all I have to do is just pay attention to when he's going to come in. As you can see, Fungals are not hitting absolutely everything, which is really most of what you need. He used all of them already. I basically traded my SCVs for his Fungals. I think... Was that all of them? Yeah, it was all of them. Okay, now I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm going to be pushing through. Let's see. He has 1 armor now, so that is going to be a significant upgrade in his army strength here. Let's see. If there's another fungal, that could be very painful, so I'm trying to pay as much attention to that as I can. Got a couple of roaches here, pretty much for free, because I had to fall back against the bile anyway. Let's see. I'm mostly scared of another Infestor, to be honest. Infestor would be scary. He's moving his queens forward. Infestor is probably what he wants to be making right now. We're going to go for a scan here. It's really hard to look for Infestors because the queens also have energy. That's the problem. Now, this position is just insane because I can camp in front of this choke and he can't move out. That's why this position is just disgusting. What he's going to try to do is get on top of the tanks with the Ravagers. I see an Infestor that is close to having enough energy. I'm going to pop a couple of those Ravagers and no GG is called. And there we go. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did expect him to have this base down here. I know he didn't have this one earlier, but I thought he might have this base. If you go back, we're definitely going to be pretty far down in supply. The choice... Let's review this quickly. If I didn't lose this third base, I think we would have been in a massively winning spot. Looking at what it's like right now, I think the moment we lost the third base, we actually got slightly behind. The reason we were only slightly behind is purely the 1-1, the stim already finished, and the combat shields giving me a timing. But we definitely were significantly behind, and we probably should not have won this game. Once again, if I got too sad about it, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna lose this game in such a stupid way, blah, blah, blah. I think we probably lose this game, because we wouldn't have had the clarity to push through. Maybe I would have even been annoyed at seeing the Infestors. The Infestors also make me think that pulling the SCVs was not the right idea, because the Infestors really posed a big threat. He didn't get the big fungals off. If I would have... Or if he would have been a little more patient with the fungals, I think we would have been in trouble. Then on the other side, we see the high finishing, which definitely meant I was on a clock. It's really hard to say. In review, losing the third base was a terrible mistake. The build order was fine. I think I could have maybe gone for 2 Banshees instead with Cloak. It's really hard to say, honestly. Like, I'm thinking about all the different things that would have influence that. Like, for example, if we didn't have link speed, I maybe would have, because then I would have rated the chance of there being roaches higher. It's too much to calculate right now. We got the dub. We were clutch. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, game number 3 is a rematch against Zhuge himself. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna go with the same opener. I kind of hope that he doesn't cheese me this time, because then I can go for the 4 command center build, which I really want to show you guys. It's the same map, right? Yeah, it is the same map, just reverse spawns. I was trying to figure out already in the last game where I would put my 4th command center. Like, there's a couple options. This one... like, you can take a hidden base that's kind of defendable if they would find it. Though against Zerg, to be honest, I don't think any of them would be defendable because they have Zerglings, right? Which are just super fast. So I should probably just make the most hidden one, which I think is going to be top left. The reason I say that is because bottom right, he might send links over here, because this is a very good angle to counterattack from, right? Like, the last game I tried that, my opponent found my base by accident because he was sending links to counterattack. I think here, I mean, there's no real reason to send links here, because you can also just use this path or whatever, so that should be safe. I mean, in the end, you never know, but it should be safe. If he's gonna go for a regular hatch first, then I'll definitely be trying to go for that 4 command center opening. Oh, if you could hear that, that is my doorbell. I feel like I should mute that thing while I make videos. I'm not quite sure if you guys could hear it this time, because it's a little more out of the way, but... Sorry to everyone I've made jump to their doorbell in the past, what has it been, 2 months or so, 3 months? My bad, guys. I should have been a better YouTuber. It's on me. All right, I'm gonna go for a scout here. I would imagine that he's not going to do a cheese again, just because, well, okay, I mean, we defended it, but we definitely didn't own it. I was gonna say we owned it last time. We definitely did not own it. We just defended it, and then we kind of won in a close game after. And a little damage against Mr. Overlord. I haven't seen the Overlord on his side yet, which is a little annoying because I would like to see. Okay, so it's probably a regular hatch first. It could also be one of those weird extractor trick builds, right? I say weird as if I don't play those every single time I play Zerg. I'll just move my Marine a little bit back up. I know his Overlord is here, so now I can safely send my SCV to this side. And then I think we're gonna play Orbital Factory, Command Center. That sounds about right to me. You can chill here for now. There we go. We make Mr. Orbital. Actually, I'll make the Command Center first. Why not? If we're going greedy, we might as well go greedy. You guys feel me? I saw an Overlord. He wants to be careful with snooping with that Overlord, by the way. It's pretty dangerous. Like, I have 3 Marines here. He might not know that. But you guys do. So if he sends the Overlord too close, he is gonna lose it. Now, this is a little bit of a crazy one by me. If he goes for roaches again, it's definitely going to be big trouble for us, right? Like, here you can see it. I still think, regardless of how this game is going to play out, this is just a really smart build to have in your arsenal for just like a best of 5 or something, you know? Like, at some point, they're going to get, like, let's say they cheese you a bunch of times, they fail, or they just cheese you really hardcore once, and you know it's a guy who doesn't cheese that much. You can just throw out this build, and it looks pretty good. Now, this command center looks incredibly dumb. I actually think it's a pretty sick command center. The reason why is because the timing of this CC is not a regular 3cc timing because I already have a 3rd here. So what this should look like to him is that I went for tech before 3rd, right? And then if he still has the decision to stop, actually that's a perfect timing. Yeah, it would not make a road warrant against that probably. He wouldn't all-in me because he knows that I have a freaking, you know, I have tech, quote unquote. Like, or at least it looks like I did. Now that Zergling walked off to the corner and I'm really not happy seeing that. I hope we just send it somewhere reasonable and not, you know, to the corner of the map. That would be a bit annoying for me. Making a couple of drones there. That is nice to see. I think 4 Hellions is enough with this opening actually, for sure. Here we go, get those extras out. We got 4 Hellions to run across. And I should be launching every single mule over there. I know from the past that I tend to forget that sometimes whenever I do hidden expansion, so I'll try to focus on it. But now we have a 4cc opening. My opponent's not cheesing me, and I think we're going to be safe for a while. Now, I do have to make the extra gases early, because I might as well target that one down. Yeah, there's enough links over there. Good shot on the Zerglings there. And then we're going to go for the double eBay. And oh, this is looking nice, guys. This really is looking nice. I think we have the perfect setup here to get far with this build for sure. Let's see. I think I dropped another mule in my base there or something, didn't I? We get the starport for this bad boy. And then we get 2 extra racks. And normally you go for 8 racks on 3 base. Here, since I have the hidden... No. Since I have the hidden base, I think we can go for 11? 12? Something like that. It's going to be a lot anyway. Now, he could still go for roaches, by the way. It's pretty normal to go for roaches these days. It's really not my favorite meta, I have to admit. I feel like the roach openings, they kill a lot of the fun stuff, which is not as cool. Like, roaches are just extremely safe. And you get both of those cube tumors. Because why the frick not? Put a couple of random depots out there for blocking run-bys and stuff like that later on. I guess I can go over there now. See, what's my economy like? 60 SCVs already. Very, very healthy. And like I mentioned in the last game, or was it this game? I don't remember. I'm not even going to make any tech units. I'm just straight up going to go mass bio only. Oh, barely not going to get that. I'm really curious about this replay, because I think there's legit a pretty big chance that he made fewer drones than he normally would because of my 3rd CC timing that he saw, right? Like, once again, for him, this looked like I made tech before my expansion. I'm actually going to go for a scan here because I don't want creep to get anywhere. I knew that the last movement was going to be risky. I don't want creep to go anywhere near my base over there. That would be annoying. Okay, so I lost the cars, or well, I traded them out. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Obviously, I was mostly trying to get the creep there. Don't have an armory yet, so I wouldn't have Hellbats anyway. And here we go. 75 freaking SCVs, 4 saturated bases at 650. Try to beat that, guys. Try to freaking beat that, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for tech collapse. Oh no, he did find it by accident in the end. Oh, that is crazy. You guys saw, it was the exact same thing, right? Like, he was gonna go for the freaking Ling run by, and then he found it by accident. That is so funny. He had no reason to be there with the links either, because he could have just clicked his links here. Like, it's... I wouldn't really call it a mistake by him, because it's no big deal, but it does happen that they found it. We got a lot of mining from it, and if the mind games worked, we would have already done the damage with the mind games, right? So, no big deal whatsoever. He's making Bane links. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try to go for an extra counter attack over here. I'm just going to switch over to this base. I'm going to make a lot of Marauders, because I do not have... tech units, right? So I need Marauders to help me against the Banelings and stuff like that. I'm going to start my 2-2. This is not going to be a planetary, which is important. We still have a gajillion SCVs, so there's nothing to worry about there. And I could probably... Oh, let me kill this Overlord, because that's going to get annoying for sure. We need to make sure to keep units over here at the same time. There we go. That's going to die right now. My supply is so freaking high, by the way. Like, it's actually kind of absurd. Hydraling Baneling is the composition of choice for my guy over here. I really would have preferred him to go Roach Macro, I think, because I have so many Marauders, but it is what it is. I think what we're going to try to do here is we just make the biggest concave of all time, basically, and we wait for him to attack. We get one really nice fight, and then, yeah, we try to... Oh, why are my SCVs derping? That's not what I want them to do. Oh, this fight is actually nasty good here for us. Look at this. Gotta be careful before I have to eat my words over there. Gonna do a couple splitties, no big deal. Run away from the Hydras at the same time. I got Marauders and Marines coming in from the top side as well, I think. I don't know how many it is. I lost my freaking Medivacs already, actually. That's annoying. How did Hydras kill my freaking Medivac so fast? That's kind of crazy. I don't have 2-2, sadly. Well, he has 2 upgrades already. Yeah, he's 2-2 on the melee. Wow, that is brutal. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to take this base over here on the top side. He's probably gonna keep attacking me. I wouldn't really call it all in, but I don't think he has a macro follow-up planned already based on the amount of units that he has built. I didn't expect to lose my Medivac so fast. Like, I really thought that fight was gonna turn out okay, because I thought my Medivacs would be derping, like, on the top side. And then all of a sudden, my Medivacs just never showed up, and apparently they already died. So that is pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna lose a couple of SCVs here, but honestly, the SCVs are not what I'm scared about right now. My army is pretty strong here, guys. Not gonna lie. My army really is pretty strong here. Let's see, I'm just gonna fall back, make sure to kill these Banelings. Instead of focusing on the Hydras, the Banelings are gonna die. Once again, I still have a pretty good economy here. 60 SCVs, even though I lost a gajillion workers already at this point. My 2-2 didn't actually finish during that fight. I really thought it would have. I remember, yeah, it finished right now. Yeah, that's, I mean, good timing by him. Sucks for me. Now, in my history of playing Mass Bio, the way you win is you just max out and you take one good fight and then you just go on creep. And the reason why you can go on creep is because your army is mostly Marauder instead of only Marines. So you can actually take a... I'm going to say it very carefully. A somewhat decent fight against Banelings is what I wanted to say. Maybe I'd like to chase this, actually. Oh, there's a big counterattack over there. Let's not lose another base to him. I think I misclicked my units a little bit there, unfortunately. I could have handled that cleaner. Didn't lose that much, but I really wanted to jump on top of his army, and then I didn't click enough units back. If you look at my supply, you might be surprised that I'm still at 170 freaking supply. That's just because my build was just crazy economic right at the start. Like, my build really gave me a decent amount of money. Did I lose a barracks? Or did I just only make 10? I thought I would have one more barracks at this point, but I guess not. See, I could use a sensor tower right now. I think that's a good idea. So here's the thing. I have to attack. Yeah, he's over here, exactly. I have to attack before lurkers come out. That's our biggest problem right now. So I think we're just going to have to go for it. If he attacked there, I would have loved to fight him and then go for it. But since he didn't attack, we're just going to have to go straight across in case he is going for the lurkers. We're going to have to do an absolutely gargantuan pre-split. That is the way we're going to be able to win this. Otherwise, we definitely will not. I'm just going to go straight on creep. I look like I'm an absolute psychopath going on a creep like this, but that's just kind of what you have to do. Okay, it looks like he's ready to go in, and we're just going to go for the fight. The Banelings are all in the top, so I'm going to focus the splitties in the top. Gonna go towards the bottom now, so then we're gonna go back over here. As long as the units are split, the army fight is gonna be pretty good, and there we go. I'm gonna split them again, because the Banelings are gonna come towards this side now. Banelings are not amazing against Marauders, but they're still pretty decent, and the fight indeed did end up being pretty okay. It's pretty risky for me being here, for sure. Let's see, you gotta make sure to kite away against those Banelings. The Banelings are going to die. Kite back against those Zerglings as well as I can. I'm losing Medivacs again. Yeah, that's the annoying part of playing against these freaking Hydras. They're killing the Medivacs slowly, even though the fights are pretty good. I need to run the Medivacs as well, and then they can't heal at the same time. Sadly for me, I think we're gonna have to add some command centers. If you start adding command centers with this, it's probably not the right sign for you, because you really do have to kill them at some point, once again, before lurkers come out, ideally. Now, I do have the extra upgrades. I do have a lot of Marauders already as well, so that is pretty good for me. I think we're gonna have to go for an outplay angle, because straight up, I don't think we're gonna be able to win this anymore. So I'm just gonna send drops to each side. That is usually the way I like to go for those outplays. You might have the base in the bottom right already. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. You're still making Banelings. Okay. That means that it's there's a decent chance there's no... How the hell am I at 180 supply again? It's... Right? Am I the only one that's surprised by this? I mean, we are gonna get... Oh, he has Vipers though. Vipers are annoying. Okay, so that means we're gonna have to do some stuff with this. I am gonna drop over here because I'm attacking at other places at the same time. Let's see. It's actually mostly Banelings over here, so we can go... Oh, he doesn't even have this base. Wow, okay, interesting. Yeah, exactly. Didn't really have to worry about it too much. This trade was very, very nice. And now there's only Banelings over here. So the Marauders are going to be able to do quite well. Obviously, the Marines are going to struggle, so let's run away. I'm going to target down the base. Might actually, yeah, exactly, catch a bunch of those Lings over there. This base is going to fall. And somehow I'm even going to be able to dip away here. I'm also going to get this base. Let's see, can I get the... Okay, let's split that away. Let's see if I can get away with these. Ooh, barely one more unit left over there. And that was a very nice start to the outplay session, I would say. He's trying to catch these Medivacs. Not going to let that happen. Or at least I'm going to try not to let that happen. And I'm going to go for another drop over. No, he found me! Wait, he just found my factory, actually. He's probably like, why the hell is there a factory here? Okay, so now we're going to go for planetaries on those sides. I do still have those Medivacs over here, but there is a spore in the bottom left, which is a bit annoying. Let's make sure to clear the creep up here. Gonna be a good idea. This drop might hit. I'm actually gonna try to undercut that Overlord, because I know the Overlord is like here somewhere. So we might be able to pass it without him seeing us. I have a lot of freaking Marauders. I'm gonna boost past this with the healthier Medivac first. And then I'm just gonna drop on top of this. He actually did see this apparently. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the fight anyway, just because I have to trade. He didn't really send... Oh, I need to drop these anyway. He didn't really send the best units out there. Let's see, can I micro against the Banelings? Pretty decent micro against the Banelings there, actually. Still has a decent amount of Banes. I think this is too many Marines for him to fight with that limited amount of Banelings, though. It's gonna be a very nice fight until those next Banelings arrive, and then we dip. Ooh, lost a couple extra Marauders there, but not bad. Looks like he F2'd, so he did lose the drones over here. Let's get those double planetaries out as well. And then I'm going to go for the planetary upgrades themselves. That base is now mined out. Let's see. Still not coming across, surprisingly. Okay. I mean, I do think we have to keep attacking, because once again, the moment lurkers come out, we are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, that's a very annoying timing for him to find that. I just transferred my workers over there, I believe, as well. I guess we'll just try to land it again. Yeah, the problem is, when Zerg gets to late game, they get adrenal glands, and that means that their Zerglings are just insane. There's a reason they used to be called cracklings. Actually, I'm not sure that is the reason, but it makes sense if I say it out loud, doesn't it? Okay, he doesn't have that base still. He did see my drop moving out, surprisingly. He does have this rich gas base. I think we're gonna want to do something against that. Let's see. Okay, he's not going to be able to kill those. Oh, he actually moved the spore. That's quite nice. There we go. Gonna drop over here. Yeah, I think we're not going to be able to get a trade otherwise. Oh, maybe I can send one more Medivac over here. That would be okay. I definitely need some more Marauders up in here. Yeah, I was about to transfer over here, but I got interrupted. I remember that. Let's take the gases. Now, let's see. What do we have? He doesn't... I'm surprised he doesn't have this base. I can totally just attack this with a couple of units now. Oh, I tried to load up in there. Okay, let's see. This is going to be please drop. Okay, he's going to try to go for an Omega surround, I think. So what I'm going to do is just do the exact same thing. He tried to use a Parabomb on this, but we can pretty easily split that. Okay, I think my Concave is actually very nice here. He's now going to walk into this planetary with his units if he wants to go forward. Yeah, that's going to be very annoying for him. I'm going to be able to... Yeah, look at that. Oh, really good hits on the Banelings over there. Sadly, couldn't get the next one. I think Adrenal Glands is going to be a little too strong against my composition, guys. Like, Lings, they're pretty tradable before they get Adrenal Glands, but after that is going to be... Like, look at these freaking Lings. These are 3/3 units I have, by the way. Like, the Lings just start countering everything at that point. I also don't have that many units left. Oh, man. I think we put a really heroic effort into this game, but I think in the end, he is still going to get us. To be honest, my style... it looked pretty good by the fact that we got so far, I want to say. Like, only 140 supply, even though he had decent money. Yeah, I mean, what I can say from this style, I think that we definitely got behind early on. The first attack was not that good, but then after that, just the 4cc with the mass remax potential is very, very strong. If you look at the situation right now, most people would say the Zerg is ahead, right? Because he has more tech. Like, I don't even have a landed factory at this point. So most people would say the Zerg is ahead, but it's not that easy for them to play because I just kept remaxing extremely fast. I want to say that this style looks like it would be pretty freaking good for 2v2. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking about for the most part here. Because if I was playing 1v1, like I mentioned all the time, I'm on a clock, I have to go for it. So either I need a transition or I need to all-in even harder. What that would look like is me making 13 barracks or 15 instead of going for those CCs. Even at the moment where I felt like I really had to transition. But in 2v2, if I have a teammate, let's say I have a Protoss teammate who can make storms or maybe even higher tech stuff like carriers, tempest and stuff like that, maybe I can just be super annoying because I can keep remaxing, I can put planetaries everywhere. I'm actually very happy with this game. I mean, first of all, it was a very enjoyable game for me to play in 1v1, but this also looks like it could be a really fantastic style for 2v2, so that we're going to keep in mind. Now, I just want to highlight how amazing this fight was. Going onto creep, right? With bio only, no tanks, no Widow Mines, against 50 Banelings, same upgrades, and actually winning. Like, this fight, honestly, it was beautiful. This kind of reminded me of my peak days because I really liked taking crazy fights and doing a lot of splits. I kept splitting in different directions, got the concussive shells as well. Like, this fight I'm actually very, very proud of. Obviously, he got ahead from the start and he managed to carry it to a victory, which is very well done by him. But that's going to be it for today. I want to say that I'm very happy with this because mechanically, I feel like I'm in a good spot. That was the main goal of this video. Strategically, I mean, obviously there's some work, but I'm excited about the strategies, which is the most important part for me. If I'm enthusiastic, we're going to have a good time and I'm going to play better as well. So that's really good news for us. And that's going to be it for today's video. Once again, if you want to support the tournaments, check out the Match Arena. If you guys had a fantastic time today, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.